Hello. Welcome to Recap House. Today we're going to recap a Christian movie called Miracle from Heaven, which was realized in 2016. Get a drink and let's enjoy. Story starts in the place of a family where their main shelter is faith. They contract the house to extend it and initiate the biggest blended creature facility in Texas, where a cookout is held consistently with individuals from the congregation. Their family was extremely joined together and fun, until one night their lives changed totally when Anna, one of the young ladies, had a bombshell stomach. Christy and Kevin went through the night very stressed over their girl and the hazard of their new business. Christy, like any mother, understood that something was off base, so subsequent to visiting 3 unique specialists, she chooses to go to one more city to be seen by a trained professional, who determination that Anna experiences reflux because of bigotry to lactose, and as a component of the treatment you should follow a severe eating routine. So they did all that could be within reach to consent to their eating routine. In any case, regardless of that, as time elapsed, the distress turned into a more grounded and more excruciating aggravation. The aggravation was solid to such an extent that one evening Anna gave a puncturing cry from powerful agony, so her parents needed to take her to the medical clinic in a crisis. There another specialist saw her, and for the 4th time they gave her the equivalent conclusion. Christy could barely handle it also, angrily let the specialist know that it couldn't be reflux. Christy requested more tests or for one more specialist to see her, yet she became progressively disturbed by the specialist's demeanor until she began yelling, "I'm not leaving this emergency clinic until I know what my little girl has," to the specialist. Also, the specialist had no real option except to do more examinations. Sooner or later, the overseer of pediatrics shows up, and clearly a mother's heart is rarely off base. Anna was not, as well as the specialist said. She had an aggregate and complete stomach obstacle that if it isn't settled she will lose her life right away. The young lady is oppressed to some awkward and agonizing methodology to play out a crisis medical procedure. Then the specialist makes sense of Anna's condition, guaranteeing that she experiences a digestive motility problem, which has no fix, and they release her with severe directions to standardize her condition. However, not prior to telling them that there is an expert specialist in these hopeless cases and recommends that they can visit him. When at home, the family routine changes, as everybody should know about Anna, who, despite the fact that she looks very frail, has felt better, yet her midsection develops excessively. Christy attempts to book an arrangement with the subject matter expert, yet gets no reaction since he is an exceptionally pursued specialist. As the days go by, her distress develops more since she knows that Anna's days are numbered. Christy feels that her faith is blurring regardless of the way that the congregation keeps on appealing to God for the young lady. To cheer Anna up, Kevin gives her a pup named Napoleon, which makes her extremely cheerful. In spite of the fact that Christy is exceptionally vexed on the grounds that it causes more work for her than she can do. Detainment in the house increments more, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Kevin and Christy quarrel over everything to the point that Christy no longer needs to go to chapel. Her more established sister, seeing everything that is occurring, feels miserable and stressed, so she asks God that Anna be completely restored, yet rather it deteriorates for that reason. They choose to go with Anna to Boston without sitting tight for the arrangement. Since you can't sit inactively true to form by the specialist, he can't see her without an arrangement. Christy asks the secretary, telling her how serious she has the shocking disturbance. She perseveres and the treatment she is going through. The associate is moved and mulls over it anyway. Clearly nothing still needs to be done with the exception of hold on for his date. Hopeless and squashed, Christy leaves, and they go to a restaurant where they meet Angela, a wonderful orderly who, knowing that they are not from Boston, offers to take them for a walk around. The young lady partaken in the idea most certainly. They decided to stay several days. Likewise, actually, the chance of the walk was perfect since they savored the experience of it a lot, especially Anna, who visited an aquarium that she expected to see so much. Startlingly, Christy gets a call. It was from Dr. Nurko's office arranging a course of action for the next day. They could scarcely deal with it. Christy's assumption and certainty were enlivened again, and the next morning, exactly as expected, Anna was there, arranged to go through other more all-around tests for a possible more certain finding. Dr. Nurko is an extraordinarily exceptional expert with extraordinary moxie, who can say without a doubt how to treat his little patients. With his stunts and jokes, he makes kids neglect to recall why they are there. At any rate, that appeal of the expert unquestionable requirement diminish while chatting with Christy, since tragically he confirms that she is serious and with an outstandingly noteworthy level of distress. The expert gets a handle on with plans the obstacle without a fix, the antidepressants. It in like manner tells you how much the block and the exacerbation can be controlled for specific very impressive drugs. In any case, it can't fix it while starting the treatment. You should convey her to the expert predictably for a new test and endorse that there are no coincidental impacts with the current situation. Christy has lost faith and can't petition. Her mate sorts out her. The family isn't at its great financially. In any case, Kevin does whatever is indispensable for them to have the choice to travel. Likewise, take Anna to her courses of action. Christy comprehends that she is incensed with God, and whatever amount of the clergyman endeavors to once more mediate to restore her to house of prayer, she will not. Months sometime later, in one of the gatherings with Dr. Nurko, Anna is kept on conveying out extra assessments to screen her, since she is given a lose the faith green heaving, and when she overcomes the crisis, she will really need to get back from now on. There she becomes more acquainted with her level mate, who has sickness. Anna tells her that she has an extraordinary arrangement of trust in God, and that she shouldn't be reluctant about dying. So later she gives her chain with a cross. That night the painkillers had no effect on Anna, and she cleaned in torture. Destitute individual's young woman is at this point broken down and basically has to get back. She can't endure anything more, and crying she tells her mother that she requires to kick the can to go to heaven, where there is no irritation. Christy, with his soul and pieces, embraces her to comfort her. The next day, due to Anna's reality, Kevin and the young women decide to go out to Boston, yet at the air terminal they have issues with the portion. Yet all the same, the assistant, focusing on Anna's near-nothing sister, transforms into an aide and helps them load onto the plane, whether or not you later need to pay overdrafts to the bank. Anna is at this point deterred without requiring anything. Then her father appears with her sisters, and everyone is incredibly merry, changing the room into a space for cushion. Games. Right when the expert says goodbye, he endorses that they endeavor to take Anna to a youngster specialist and endeavor to spend as much time as they can with her. Since family is the best drug around then, at that point, as of now at home as the subject matter expert recommended, Christy contacts the specialist. While Anna goes out to play with her sister, and they set off on a mission to climb an old tree, as they did so many times beforehand anyway. Out of the blue, a branch breaks. With staggering worry, Anna accidentally falls down, in any case, falls 10 meters into a hole in the tree. His parents are mad, and without having the choice to do anything, they call the firemen, who arrive rapidly with the journalist. Hours sometime later, they have not sorted out some way to get her out, obviously. She is lethargic since she fell on her head and doesn't answer her name. Christy can at absolutely no point in the future bear the horrendous agony and stoops at the foot of the tree to petition and entreat God to save her. While the firefighters work to get her out hours sometime later, they succeed. She is certainly unaware and simultaneously alive. So expeditiously she is moved to the facility. There, the expert who treats her is extraordinarily stunned, simply having several little scratches and a couple of minor injuries. The young woman is flawless, without wounds, without blows or wounds or breaks, something incomprehensible considering the conditions of the fall. As the days go by, Christy grasps that without taking drug, Anna no more has torture that she plays routinely. Besides, her mid-locale has returned to the same old thing. One day Anna tells her people something bizarre that happened to her when she fell into the void of the tree. She tells her that everything became dim and addition rose up out of her body. It was very odd since she saw her own body anyway. She was not inside him, and there was a great butterfly. At first she had no clue about where she was. However, she had a genuine feeling of consolation. It was a very beautiful garden. Then she strolled among the mists, paying attention to everything God was saying to her. She needed to remain, however God told her that she needed to return, guaranteeing her that she would return sound. They choose not to tell anybody at the second since they won't trust her. Extremely dubious, Christy returns her to Boston to guarantee everything her little girl says, and the specialist is extremely amazed. Since everything is working impeccably, he looks for a logical clarification on the grounds that since he can't figure out how something that has no fix has had the option to turn around. However, when he sees Anna, he understands that what has happened is a wonder, and he bids farewell since he realizes that he will stay away forever. Later, Anna and her mom express farewell to Angela, saying thanks to her for everything. In a little while, her story is all around the information. Christy has recovered her confidence in God. What's more, is in the congregation, before the TV cameras, to relate the experience of this incredible marvel. Later, relating all that she endured with Anna's disease. She finishes by saying that there are marvels wherever that now and again they come in the weirdest manner. Furthermore, with individuals who simply impede us. Furthermore, companions who support us regardless what occurs. Supernatural occurrences are affection, and God is endlessly love, is pardoning. God shows us that we are in good company. In the wake of hearing Christy's words, some individuals didn't really accept that Anna was extremely tired, obviously on the grounds that occasionally it is extremely challenging to trust it. Be that as it may, they did in the wake of paying attention to the dad of Anna's accomplice in a medical clinic, which confirms that she was intense. Furthermore, that on account of Anna, her little girl changed in her last long periods of life, since she felt more secure and felt that God was with her, since Anna gave her confidence and likewise harmony. So he came as far as possible from Boston to say thanks to Anna and her mother for recounting his story. What's more, Christy expressed gratitude toward him for coming too. Then, at that point, at home prior to eating the hotly anticipated pizza, everybody implores unitedly, saying thanks to God for the nourishment, for being together, for himself, and for all that is, so be it. Presently they live as though every day were a supernatural occurrence on the grounds that for them it is. Thanks for watching. If you have liked the video, like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos. See you next.